Hello, everybody. This is Pete from PA Labs, and I'm on a niceties kick. So, I want to show you one of my favorite commands. Now, what I have before you here is nothing special, a start button and a list view. And what I'm going to do is cause that to basically lock up or appear to. 4x, and I'm typing God knows where. Um, okay, so for x to 30,000, and we will add gadget item to our list view. And we'll add it at the bottom, and we will say item number plus the string of x. Okay, so nothing fancy. Okay, debug done. D-O-N-E. Okay, so now we know when it completes. So we'll come in here and run this wonderful program that does so much good stuff. And it'll start, and where on earth has my screen gone? The whole thing is locked up. It's not responding. Oh my God, the application must have crashed. That's how a user perceives this situation. And there's a very simple solution around it. I mean, our program hasn't crashed. There he goes. He's finished. So there's a real simple answer to this. Is inside this loop, we want to add a window event command. So while window event :WN. So basically that's two lines of code, but I put them together as a single line just for neatness. And now let's see what happens to our program when we run this. And this is something I actually do towards the end usually of writing an app. I see where it kind of bogs down from an interaction with the user. And okay, watch the difference. Look at that. Our screen is updating. We can even scroll around while it's still working. And my God, it all works. So this is the perspective here to the user, is that your application is still working and everything's fine. But how the heck do I know? Are you on step 1, step 99? Do I, become a skeleton while it says wait to press any key? So it's the same map as before, but now you have feedback, or at least some feedback. So we're getting almost to the end of the code. It still takes quite a while, kind of a pain in the butt. So there's a real easy way around this, and that's with progress bars. Okay, progress bars give that feedback to you for what's going on. So my first step here is going to be to shove a progress bar into our application. And there he is. And we'll call him progress items. All right, there you go. Go ahead and save that. We'll create the code. Okay. That's awesome. And then I'll come over here and run my little process that brings it into, come on, launch. There we go. Brings it into the app for me. Okay. Okay, great. Now to tie that in, what we're going to do is simply say, let's come into here. Oh, well, actually, I'm going to go ahead and leave that sentence, but we're adding a progress bar. So if I don't, yeah, yes, if mod x 1000 equals 0. So what that's saying, that's a modello or whatever they call those, module. If x divided by 1000 has a 0 remainder, okay. So what we're going to do is say y plus 1. So we're going to count the number of times it's done that. And then we can simply say set gadget state. And let's see. This was, if I'm not mistaken, GRES item, right? Items. And then we want to set the value in terms of 100. So if I do 100 divided by 30 times y, then what I've done is I know there's 30 1000s and 30,000. So I keep count of how many 1000s I've had and then multiply it out to set the gauge. Okay. You still have to have this while window event, otherwise it doesn't update for you. So now when we run this, check this out. Whoops. What did I do? I did next instead of end if. Hold on. You'd think after all these years I'd get that straight. I'm going to blame it on my fingers. Okay, oops, I see now I didn't set this to 0 initially, but that's, I mean, we can do that in a minute. So there he goes. He's off to the races. Now we have a progress bar exactly telling the user how much time is left. You can sit there and do the math in your head and identify how far it is. Now, I want to show you, because probably we should do this up here. And we can, well, it doesn't matter when. So if I came up here and set it to 0 to begin with, then we will get it looking pretty. But if we take that while end event out, this is what you end up with. And I think when people have trouble with progress bars, that's the real step that's being missed. So nothing's being updated, if you notice. So without telling Windows to break and tell Windows to do its thing, then nothing happens on your screen, and it's not responsive. So we set it to go to 0, and now it's counting up just like it's programmed to. User has his feedback, and life is all right in the world. So anyhow, that's my demo on progress bars, and thanks for listening.